We've had our fair share of poor Spider-Man titles in the past decade. The last one that I enjoyed was Web of Shadows, which by most people's opinion was a pretty mediocre title to say the least. When Insomniac announced they were making a Sony exclusive Spider-Man game, I'm pretty sure everybody was just as excited as I was. The question is though, is this the Spider-Man game we've been waiting for? Or is it just another cash grab on a popular franchise? What's up, it's your boy TJFL, and this is my review of Spider-Man. So let's get the main thing out of the way first, that everybody wants to know and is crazy about. Does this game truly make you feel like Spider-Man and cause you to spend endless hours just swinging around New York aimlessly and jumping off rooftops? Yes. This is by far the best mechanics we've ever had in a Spider-Man game, and it's very reminiscent of the fluidity you would experience in Mirror's Edge. The control scheme is there to keep you moving no matter the obstacles in your path. Yeah, I will say this quote fits best for the parkour in this game. Easy to learn, but difficult to master. But when you pull off the perfect web swing to a wall run to a web zip and to finish off a somersault, you can't help but feel like you were truly the next vigilante of this city. Speaking of the city, graphics are fantastic. Put aside your concerns of Puddlegate. This is by far one of the best graphical games on the PS4, even better on the Pro. The game looks especially good at sunrise, with the rays bouncing off the windows as you swing through New York. As what has become a staple of fighting mechanics in video games, Spider-Man follows closely in the steps of Arkham, and despite what other critics have said, I don't really feel that this game has done enough to distance itself from the Arkham style. Which isn't to say it's bad, it just doesn't feel innovative enough for me. But I have said it before, if it isn't broke, why would you fix it?
Come on, bring him down already! Enough talk!
You do have an array of different gadgets to use during combat that help you tackle multiple foes at once, and they do throw a varied amount of different enemies at you to keep the battle unpredictable and not monotonous. What is also present here are some very light stealth mechanics. Unfortunately, most missions can't be tackled in a complete stealth playthrough unless you're playing as some of the side characters like Mary Jane.
Do it.
Stealth is used more to thin out the herd before engaging. I found this disappointing as I'm a stealth fanatic and I prefer a more strategic approach, but at least it isn't completely absent from the game. There are various side missions and activities to complete when not playing the main story, which I've actually spent a lot of time investing in, as they bring more characters to the story and feel meaningful to the overall lore of Spider-Man, such as collecting Peter Parker's old backpacks which he had lost during his younger fighting days. Doing such tasks will reward you with tokens which can then be used to buy new outfits and upgrade your stats. Oh, and for those of you who are wondering, there are lots and lots of different suits for you to choose from. Every time you load this game up, you'll be changing into a new suit. I was pleasantly surprised by the amount of time that the plot spent focusing more on Peter out of the suit, and those around him, than him as Spider-Man. Usually such cutscenes in previous games you found yourself wanting to skip, but these felt really fleshed out and helped you care more for the people in Peter's life. I liked how they also made Peter and MJ's relationship relatable, nowadays relationships, and the struggles we have in our day-to-day lives.
No, not that kind of over! Please say no, please say no. Huh. Okay. And not okay. What is there to figure out?
Unfortunately though, I found that the overall main plot was pretty samey. Without sounding like I hate the MCU, which I don't, I think the best way to put it is this. If you enjoy the Marvel films and are more along for the ride, and don't mind every plot being the same scenario of the world is in chaos, these are your bad guys, hero saves the day, then that's great, you're gonna love the story. But for anyone like myself who is tired of the monotonous plot and the predictable twists, will probably be happy to complete the story just to see what the after credits cutscene is. Overall, I feel like this is the best Spider-Man game we have had in a very long time. In the first few hours it really does feel like it could be the potentially game of the year. But without a strong story, which is unique from the rest, I think we'll have to wait till next time.